Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing my nails. As you can tell, those are my hands. And we're starting off by removing my old set. It's a pretty easy removal because it's mostly just alcohol ink on top of a clear builder gel, so you can see it slides right off. Today's set is inspired by my new pair of sneakers. I bought myself a pair of Asics, the most responsible purchase I have perhaps ever made. I walked 27,000 steps in a pair of cowboy boots and thought, you know what? My toe is actually bleeding. I should probably get a pair of comfortable shoes. So that is what I did. I bought these Asics because my client Katie had them. They're so cute. They're like this kind of like soft, creamy color with like pink pearlescent stripes or detailing and like velvet laces. Very, very cute. So I bought those. And then I was sitting there thinking about what I want to do with my nails next. And I was like, well, I may as well do sneaker nails. I mean, not like physically draw out sneakers, but nails inspired by these sneakers, because that is just something I do. So after the removal of this set, I'm going to leave that clear gel on, the builder gel, as a base. I'm going to get into prepping my nails. So just going to push back the cuticles gently and lightly. You got to remember this is 4 times speed, so it looks like I'm really stabbing them, but I am not. So I'm going to push back those cuticles, and then I'm going to go in with my nib bit from Erica's ATA and just lift the cuticle a little bit more. I'm running about 12,000 RPM, and this not only lifts the cuticle, it removes all the dried cuticle on the nail plate, and that is very important because we don't want that around because of the lifting. We don't want our nails to lift. We want them to last as long as possible. So I'm just going around and doing that. I run in forward and I do the left side of the nail, and then I run in reverse and I do the right side. And then going in and I'm trimming off the dead skin that I was able to kind of lift up there. Be careful when you're doing this. Don't trim any live skin because that will most likely make you bleed. You just want to trim the dead stuff. So it's usually like goes white if your cuticles have gone dry, or like it goes like kind of clear, but you don't want to do anything with any like trim any pinkness, because that means there's blood running through it and that will cause problems. And I always say it's better to trim less than it is to over trim. Just clean everything up, make it look nice, but don't make it bleed. Words to live by. And then I'm going with my Diami hand file. This is the 180 grit, and I'm just filing down my nails into like a soft square shape. My thumbs are actually, the nail beds are different lengths, so I always have to check. And then I'm just, basically filing straight across the top. And then I know a lot of people don't like a soft square, but I'm really into a soft square. And lots of my clients are really into a soft square, so I don't know what everyone's talking about. I think it's cute. But it's also just a little bit safer too, because you're not as likely to catch your corners and snap them off because they're rounded. So that's why I do it. And because I think it's cute. Not that I need to explain my nail shape choices. Now I'm going in with my sanding band. This is a medium grit. It's also from Erica's ATA. And I've seasoned the bit so it's not cutting up any of my sidewalls or anything like that. And I'm running around my natural nail on speed 1. When you're working on the natural nail, you want to be between 1 and 5 depending on your e-file. My e-file is the gel bottle e-file, and it's really fast. So I usually run around 1, and then now I turn it up to about 5, and I'm going just over the remaining gel on my nails to kind of smooth everything out, make it nicer for application. And I'm also just like smoothing out all the edges kind of where it touches my natural nail, just to make sure there's no lifting, but also there's no like little step ups. Just makes, everything else easier going forward, all the gel application. I don't know about you guys if you're doing your own nails, but I usually do my nails in 2 steps, 2 different days. So like I'll do this part and I'll do all my clear builder gel, like I'll do the removal, prep, clear builder gel, all that stuff in 1 day. And then oftentimes I end up doing the art another day because it takes honestly like 8 hours to do your own nails. Not always, maybe 6. It takes a really freaking long time. So that's the way I've started doing it. When I have like a few hours at a time, I'll do the prep and all that kind of stuff and then save the art for another day. It makes it also a lot more mentally manageable. But right now I'm just going in with the Izemi Neo base. This is in the mid viscosity, so it's a little bit thicker than the low. And just applying a coat to my nails. When you're applying to pre-existing gel, you always want to make sure that your application on the natural part of the nail is really, really good. It matters less about the application on top of gel, because gel's going to stick to gel no matter what. You've already got that base laid down, but your like base coat is really the most important layer, because that's what's adhering the set basically to your nail. So now I'm going in with the Izemi Resin 99.9 Quick Builder? Fast? I think it's quick. I don't know why I can't remember. It's the green writing. Pretty sure that's quick. So I'm just doing a layer of that, and instead of doing a full-on builder layer, I'm just going to pick up some more and then kind of run, you can see I just kind of run like a bead down the center and allow it to self-level. And then I'm going to flash cure that, so you'll watch me do it a few more times. So just applying a slip layer, and this gives strength and structure without adding too much bulk, because I know my set that I'm doing today is going to be quite bulky. Yeah. It depends on, yeah, I don't always do it this way. Lots of the time I will just build up proper layers, but sometimes if I'm being lazy. So you can see I'm just running that, and you can see how fast the gel levels out. And you can check your line of light to see and make sure it's kind of leveling and it's not too lumpy. And if you are finding that it's too lumpy, you can always file it after and just kind of refine it. What I'm doing is I'm going to wipe off the sticky layer, and then I'm just going in with a 180 buffer. I'm just going to smooth everything out that way, because I do know that I'm going to be loading up lots of crap onto my nails. So just smooth everything out enough. And structurally, I was checking the structure while I was going through and adding that extra builder gel, so she's in pretty good shape. And that's a great way to, like, if you're not wanting to do, if you have like nothing on your nails and you're starting off, you're not wanting to do a full builder layer, by just adding a bit of strength there, that'll definitely help out if you have someone with weaker nails, or even if you're doing yourself and you have weaker nails. It's a good way to add a little bit of structure. Now time to get started on the art. So I'm going in with my yogurt gel. This is one of the syrup gels from the gelato collection. Very, very cute. I'm going in with the light pink on this nail, and then the kind of creamy color, which I love this creamy color. I actually use it a lot now, on my middle finger. And I'm going to do 2 coats of that, because you can, I mean, it's a syrup gel, it's quite sheer. But like I said, this design that I'm doing is based on like a cream and like light pink and light blue sneaker. So these are really the perfect colors for that. And on my pinky there, I put a pink cat eye gel. It's just one that I've had forever, that I got off Amazon a million years ago. But when I'm doing cat eye gel, I'll lay down one layer first without using the magnet, and then the second layer I'll go in and I'll use the magnet. And it really adds that like very velvety shift. So that's a great trick if you're having trouble with getting that kind of velvety vibe. Try it out that way. And you'll see here while I'm doing the magnet, if you're not satisfied with how the magnet is kind of going, like I'm fussing with it here and it's not moving the way I want it to, you can just go right back in and rebrush the gel, and that'll move the magnet, or that'll like kind of remove the magneticness that you've already done, and kind of reset it, and you can then re-magnet it. There we go. I just want it to be extra shifty. Now I'm using another one of the gelato syrup gels, and I'm just going in and I'm drawing a little star on my center nail. I feel like drawing a star can be stressful when you're first learning to do nail art, but if you just draw it like this, like how you do as a kid, like on a piece of paper, and then you can go in and refine it a little bit more afterwards, it's super, super simple. Like I feel like I can't draw a star if I was just drawing the outline. I have to do it this way. It's a really hard shape to draw. I'm just going to do 2 coats of the blue, because like I said, this is a syrup gel, so everything is quite sheer. And I wanted a little bit more intensity. I love star nails. I feel like those are like the new flames for me. I used to do flames all the time, and now I can't get enough of stars. Everybody's getting stars these days. And then I'm going to do a bit of airbrushing. So I'm just going to pop a matte top coat. This is the Gel Bottles matte top coat on top of my index finger, because that's where I'm going to airbrush. And then I'm going to pop that in for a 99-second cure on my lamp. Is that what I'm talking about? Yeah, so it's a slow, low heat mode. Sorry, my brain just stopped working for a second there. And then this is the Daily Charm Chrome Effect Gel, and I'm going to do some chrome on my ring finger and my thumb, so laying out a thin layer of that. Then I'm going with my Ice Gel Chrome. I love this chrome because it's a green chrome, or green reflect chrome, but the off reflect is pink, so it's really, really cute. Kind of very mermaidy. Like, if you think about blue, like, laser chromes, the off reflect is usually yellow, and so it's a little bit less appealing, but I feel like having the off reflect pink, because it's usually the opposite color of the green, is really, really nice. And so what I'm going to be doing with these nails actually is doing the bubble nails, which is very fun. So I'm going in with my Crazy Top, and this is the recommended gel. I don't know how I feel about it completely. Just because you can see, so you flash cure the gel for like 1 second, so the gel underneath the top is still liquidy, so you can kind of blow bubbles with the syringe. Now, I don't know how I feel about this because I actually don't really think that my syringes are that great because they are really thick. I should have picked out thicker ones, but as this is my first time ever buying syringes, consider a learning curve. But yeah, basically I think with these syringes maybe a thinner gel would have been a bit better, so I could really make some bubbles. I'm not sure. It's only one way to find out, and I haven't done it again just yet. Also, one thing that I would recommend is I went right on top of the chrome with this gel and started doing the bubbles. I would lay down a layer of something else first, just because, like, looking back, the chrome was a little bit scratched from me just like scraping the syringe along it. I'm just going over with a layer of the same Crazy Top just to encapsulate all of that. It is a thick nail, so you do want to keep that in mind creating these bubbles, because you're basically creating like a pod of extra gel in the center. So if you're not crazy about thick nails, maybe don't recommend, but you can still try and do them as thin as you possibly can. So going in with the same process there, applying a big bubble, flash curing it for like a second, and then going back in with my syringe. And you can see there are small bubbles forming, but not as easily. There was a lot of fussing to be done. I've seen other people do it and like their syringes look a lot thinner, and like maybe that's, I don't know. I'll do some more testing. Anyways, they ended up working out. They looked cute in the end. It just took a lot more fussing than I feel like was perhaps required. But it has been interesting seeing this kind of trend pop off, because you see so many different techniques that people do. I've seen lots of different like double layer nails, like people layering tips on top of tips to create bubbles inside. It's very interesting. And then I'm going to cure that, and same thing, I'm just going to go over with another layer of the Crazy Top to kind of level everything out so it's not super thick. Or, you know what I mean, it is going to be thick, but it's not uneven. And then after curing that, I'm going in with my airbrush, and I'm airbrushing that one nail, so I'm doing a bit of an aura situation. So a light yellow first, and then going in with that steel blue color. And then similar to chrome, you want to always treat your airbrush the same, filing all the edges, and then capping it in with a clear coat. This clear coat is going to use double purpose, or serve as double purpose today, because it's going to not only cap in my airbrush, but it's also going to adhere my little glitter stars. I love glitter stars. I'm like right back into the thick of confetti pieces. I think they're so cute. And then I'm going to go in with that Crazy Top again, and I'm going to create like a little overlay layer on top of the stars. You can do it in a few different ways. Like you can apply like a clear builder or a base coat, and then buff over top of that, and then go back in with the top coat. But I just was doing all in one already accepting the fate of the chunky nails. So I was totally fine with just overlaying with this big old chunky gel. But this nail is a little too chunky for me. So I'm just going in and filing that down a little bit. Everything is really encapsulated in there, so I don't have to worry too much about filing into the bubbles or the chrome or anything like that. But you do want to be careful if you do choose to file into your bubble nails, because you don't want to file them too far. So do a file, a buff, a wipe down, and then I'm going in with the Izemi Resin 99.9 top low. That's just a nice thin top coat. I'm popping that in the light. And then I'm using my Daily Charm hard gel in a tube. I'm using that to attach my little silver ball to the center of my star. I really like the hard gel in a tube to adhere charms, but it's like really hard to get off. So like these ones, they're just like the whatever resiny ones you can just like file through. But it does make, I mean, it's hard gel, it does make other things really tough to get off. And then people ask me often about the silver balls. How do I get them to stay silver? Put some hard gel on top. That is my trick. Then it like is really sturdy, so it really like locks them in. And it helps them adhere more, but also really locks in the color. Because it's harder to wear through hard gel. Then same thing, resin 99.9 top low, just top coating those two nails. Top coating as I go today, basically. And this is the finished set. So for the other hand, I basically kind of repeated the design in a slightly different way. But here you have it. I hope you enjoyed this set, and let me know your thoughts down below if you have any questions, and I will catch you in the next one.